Welcome everybody back to Man and Machine, episode 215, here with PeakBot team. I am your co-founder and co-host Dillon, joined by co-founder and co-host Ben. Ben, happy Monday, man. What's going on?
Oh, nothing much is going on this Monday morning. Just getting ready for another week in the market. We've got FOMC this week, so that's always fun.
Yeah, well, fun for some, not fun for a lot, and quiet for us. Not all of our bots sit out, but the heavy hitters do. King AI, Turbo. Does it turn Shorbo off?
Yes.
It turns Shorbo off. So some of the heavy hitters, Ben, you'll trade through FMC on BenBot, right? I mean, we're still entering and managing a trade.
Maybe not now. What?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Sorry, because I was assuming you've traded, just looking at the calendar for BenBot results, you've traded through most FOMC.
Typically, yes. Yep. Yeah. Typically, there would be a trade through FOMC, but with this new style and approach with BenBot, I don't know that we will be. And if we do, you know, I think the answer is yes, we will, because usually trades are done well before 2:30, and 2:30 is when all the action starts. So I would, but we do have a pretty busy Wednesday.
We do. Okay, very busy Wednesday. All right, well, excellent. So we got a ton of people joining in. For those of you who are not familiar, PeakBot is an automated trading platform, easy to use, connected to your broker, set it and forget it, fully automated trading. We have our own strategies, and we have partners in which we automate for as well. So about 30 total strategies out on the market. We've got 6 of our own. They've been hot. We've had a great week, great last few weeks, great last few months. Honestly, a great last year. Ben, we're coming up on 1 year we launched King Condor.
Wow. And and King Condor is up, what, 50% cash on cash over the year?
Last we looked, it was up $945. It may have suffered a loss. I don't know. I have to look. We'll look at it right now.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
All right, cool. So I'm going to pull up my screen. And while I'm pulling this up, people can understand here that we are fully transparent and about our results, and we update them live daily. So let's just take a look at King Condor. And for those of you who are like, what the hell is King Condor? Well, King Condor was our first, it was kind of our second, wasn't it? It was our second adaptation of a 1DTE iron condor strategy. Our first take at doing it on SPX. And, well, it was a bumpy ride, a 56% win rate historically. And you can see some red in here. By the way, this is 326, the launch of the strategy. Ben, look at the win, $400 win. That's crazy credit.
Love that.
That's all right. So what's our number, Ben?
Whoa, look at that. Hey now.
We're talking. What's the math guy?
That's about 75.1%, 75.5%.
Wow. Hey, till we get to 326. We're on Condor watch. I'm not saying I'm trading it, because I'm trading King AI and King AI Turbo, which are, as you can see here, even more fun in way less time. This is King AI Turbo with a 93% win rate, I think, at this point. Only 2 losses since it's launched. I'm getting way too into it. We're going to have nothing to talk about for the next 25 minutes. Maybe I slow it down. We're going to get into all the strategies. We talk about this a little bit on Friday. But, Ben, we're also learning something today, right? We're going to talk about our vertical wheel strategy.
Oh, yeah. Yep, okay. Week 3.
The vertical wheel is the only strategy that's not tracked with live results daily, because there's a watch list, which we'll talk a little bit more about today. A selection of 10 different ETFs and index funds for you to select from. So we'll get into all that. I'm going to pull this off the screen. I was getting a little ahead of myself. We did throw this on the screen earlier. Doug, what's going on, man? Happy new week. Where do we think Doug's located? Has he told us?
Where is he? What?
Where's he located?
We know.
We know? We don't need to expose him. He can expose himself.
We don't need to expose him, but we know. He's told us a couple times.
Message me in the private chat. I forget. All right, don't worry about it. Doesn't matter, Doug. I'm just curious, guy. Let's get into stocks in real life. All right, agenda. Dollar Tree.
Your volume's gone. Switch your mic up. You don't sound as crisp as you did on Friday. Let's get that crispy mic going.
You know, I gotta. All right. How's this?
Much better.
I know you get the same reaction. God damn.
Wow.
I don't know.
It's incredible how much better the quality is on that microphone than whatever other microphone your computer's using.
You know what's so weird? Yours is really good, but then all of a sudden, same mic, not switching out, just fuzzy for a minute. Anyway, he exposed himself, Ben.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Stand up. All right. Are you a Falcons fan? That sucks. All right, Ben.
Falcons just picked up Tua.
Wow, I'm so not in football mode and so in World Baseball Classic mode that I didn't realize.
WBC. You watched the game last night?
I saw all the runs scored and then I fell asleep in like the 7th. You know? Actually, that's not true. Went to work. It's true.
I'm not the biggest fan of the WBC. I'll watch the games because it's good baseball, but I don't know.
Really? Do we talk about this right now? I mean, it's the best baseball in the last 20 years. Like the string of these games in the last 2 weeks are insane.
No, there's no doubt good games, but I don't know. It just feels like you're not really playing for much, and you're risking your guys getting hurt for the season. And there's always the argument of, hey, are they actually playing enough to get ready for the season? I mean, that's why pitchers are leaving to go back to camp, because they're saying, hey, I'm not throwing enough innings. I need to go get ready for the season. So they're leaving the team.
Well, you must love the MLB too much. I think that's what it is. You're just too big of a Yankee fan.
That's true.
That's what it's come down to, I think. All right, let's talk about Dollar Tree. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to blow my nose, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay. All right. You do that. Whoa. I got to recenter myself. Dollar Tree, ticker DLTR. We're going to dive into it this week. We're going to talk about our experiences with Dollar Tree. Tagline here: value, convenience, discovery. I'll tell you what, every time I go into a Dollar Tree, I always discover something new. And it's surprising what they are selling for $1, if they even sell it for $1 anymore. I don't know if you remember this, Dillon. It was about, 2-3 years ago at this point, where all of a sudden Dollar Tree became $1.25 tree. You remember that?
Kinda, yeah.
You go in there and everything is $1.25 instead of $1, except for like paper products and stuff. That's still $1.
I only vaguely remember that, really, but I'll tell you the thing with Dollar Tree. First of all, there's so many of the competitors. I wonder how many. Like, if Dollar General, I think Dollar General is publicly traded. If I had to
might be. Yeah, I think DG might be.
I think it's DG. But these, look, they're empires, man. Like, these are humongous businesses, and they're everywhere. It's kind of like a Subway. Like, I don't care what part of the country you're in, you're going to get a dollar store. Now, Dollar Tree, all these are a bit more regional, I'd have to imagine. Ben, we have Dollar Trees here, right? Yeah. There's a Dollar Tree.
That's where my wife and I go to get our birthday and holiday cards.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, $1.
Yeah, because I don't know how people feel about this, but I'm not spending $8 on a birthday card that somebody's going to open, pretend to read, and then throw it out. Sorry, not going to do it.
I've watched somebody rip a card I gave them and put it in the garbage immediately. Did you have to rip it? Did you have to rip it? Is Dollar Tree regional? I'm going to see where they're located.
So Doug says when he was a kid, sorry to cut you off.
No, please.
When he was a kid, they had 5 and dime stores, like how they start off the Summer of '69 song. Eventually inflation is going to catch up to these stores, and you can't call it what you used to call it. Like, soon Dollar Tree is going to be $5 tree.
Well, dude, I'll say this. I just did a quick is Dollar Tree regional search, and you get the AI overview from Google. Listen to this. It's how many stores do you think?
How many many stores? There's got to be 1,000 stores.
Try 9,000 stores in all 48 contiguous United States,
No way.
U.S. states, as well as 5 Canadian provinces as a Fortune 200 company.
Whoa.
Headquartered in Chesapeake, Virginia, it operates a continent-wide network, making it North America's largest value, one of the largest value retailers. This is wild, man. And I'm also going to see when they IPO'd. Any guesses on that?
IPO, I'm going to guess the 80s, 1986.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That was a tough one. It's March 6th, 1995.
Okay. All right.
And they've had DLTR the whole time. Initial price was $15 a share. Let's talk. We'll look at the chart in a second. So all right. So you go in there for your cards. Do you ever get a snack? I mean, it's hard for me to go into one of these stores and like not get a snack.
Yeah. Like, how do you justify not paying $1 for what a snack at Walmart would be like $4?
Yeah. You know? Or forget it, like Target or ShopRite. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's layers to this. I have a Dollar Tree right next to my ShopRite, and it kills me because, like, I know I'm buying it in ShopRite, throwing it in the cart, and it's right there. Probably a little bit more expired. Probably a little closer to the expiration date. Have you ever bought? I've bought something at a Dollar Tree that was expired. Not that I cared. Didn't stop me. I have bought.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened. Maybe they just go and take all of the free stuff from the grocery store down the road that's expired, and this grocery store's got to get rid of it, and then they just put it in Dollar Tree for $1. Say buy at your own risk.
They're partners, aren't they?
It might be. That might be their business model.
Maybe it is. Just get stuff as close to expiring. Sounds like an options contract. Let's look at their chart, Ben. You have one up? If not, I will put one up.
I do. I've got the daily chart up on Dollar Tree. I mean, look at that ride, man. Up and down, up and down.
Whoa. How long is this? Oh, geez.
Can you deal with that type of volatility? I don't know if I could. This
5
is
years
going all the way back to 2019. So we can look at here's COVID right here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks like it was headed that direction anyway. So COVID kind of just pushed it right along.
Mm-hmm.
And then what a recovery, moving from about a low of $60-ish all the way up to $175. So it's almost a 3x return if you were in on that entire run, bought at the bottom, sold at the top. But hey, if you bought right here and then you kept holding, you would have been right back down to $60. That's crazy. And then we're on our way back up right now. Geez, man, this is just.
I wouldn't say you're on your way back up.
I mean,
in. Let's see the last few months. Yeah. Okay.
The last couple of months going back to September. So what is that? 6 months?
Yeah. Yikes.
It's like the 6-month chart here. 2 hour
so
bars.
There was an obvious support and a sad support at the $60. It would slam off the $60 low when it did hit it. But is that so? What are we on dailies here? That's a big red bar here.
2 hour bars right now.
Oh, 2 hour bars. Okay, sorry. Okay, got it. Yeah, geez, this is not doesn't look like a fun one to trade, truthfully.
If you're into charting, you could kind of see a head and shoulders forming here.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's already formed, I should say, and it's breaking in the direction that a head and shoulders would break. We are breaking to the downside here. So, based on this charting pattern, you would assume that price could continue to drop as it's dropped past the neck already. We could potentially see a continued decline. I would say, if I had to guess, probably down to $100. So maybe we'll drop another $7 or so. Looks like there was some consolidation around the $100 level. There's a small gap here that could fill up to $100. I'd say maybe we go down to $100 until we see another bounce back up. Maybe a bounce back up to, I don't know, 112. Just based on based on visuals here, based on nothing else other than visuals.
You want to, if you were to form a trade idea, you think you'd be on the buying side or the selling side?
No, I think I'm on the selling side. I'm looking at this pre-market Dollar Trees up at 109. So we're approaching this level right here, which, you know, I don't know. I'd say if you got your Tradier account up by any chance,
I do.
I'd like to see what selling the 115 strike looks like, and maybe doing it's probably a $2.50 spread.
So selling the 115 call.
Yes.
Is that what you said? Okay.
There's probably not enough premium.
They're dollar strikes, by the way. If we're expiring this Friday.
Yeah.
So they're dollar strikes. How wide do you want to go?
Let's go with $1. Let's see what the premium is there.
Yeah, very wide here. It's 30. The credit bid is 32 cents. Debit mid at 31 cents. Debit ask at 94 cents. So it's kind of all over the place, truthfully. I guess expected right now.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So if I was gonna play this, so what's the mid saying right now? What's the mid price for that spread?
Mid was a debit. If we're selling the 115, buying the 114 call.
No, we would buy the 116 call.
Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. Credit mid is 17 cents.
That's not terrible, actually. If you could get 20 cents on that, which you might at the open because it's pre-market's up at $1.09.
All right. Well, there's a trade idea. Tough one. I mean, tough chart. Tough.
You know what? I might put it. I might put an order in for 25 cents. If I could fill a dollar spread at the 115 call for 25 cents, let's do it.
Do it, man. Yeah, put your money where your mouth is.
I'm gonna do it. So DLTR.
Whenever I see that, I'm thinking too long, don't read. Aren't you?
TLDR.
Oh, that's what my brain's doing.
Yeah, I get it. So we're here. Sell by 17. So I'm gonna do credit, 25-cent credit. I like that. Might as well just do that and see how it goes for the week, because I don't see us popping up back past. I mean, the 115 line is right here.
Gotcha. All right. I think we've probably put enough time on Dollar Tree. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
So tune back in Friday to see how that trade turns out if I get filled.
Yes. Make sure Doug will make sure he asks. All right. So Ben, I want to brag about our results a little bit more.
All right.
But I know we got to get into the classroom, so maybe we should do that.
Yeah, we've got some time, but yeah, we can get into talking about the vertical wheel. Let me get that on the screen again. Okay, so this week we are talking about what AI is calling the pin, but what we call assignments. So again, we are talking about our vertical wheel strategy, and if we talk about the foundation of it, we are selling a put credit spread to start off the week. We're going to let that spread ride through expiration. If we get assigned, that's fine. If we expire out of the money, great, full profit, full win, rinse and repeat. If price drops too far and our entire spread is in the money, we will take our max loss, which will happen roughly 10% of the time. But we will pick ourselves back up on Monday and get right back to it. I'd like to think that the odds of that scenario happening are probably less than 10%, just because of the tickers that we're trading. The tickers that are available on this bot are SPY, QQQ, TQQQ, TLT, GLD. So not stuff that typically moves too far in a particular week. However, that's debatable considering the environment that we're in currently. So Dillon's got the watch list pulled up here. These are all the available tickers on the vertical wheel. So how we start the week is we will sell the 35 delta put and buy the 10 delta put. So that is our put credit spread on the week. This chart will show you how much premium potential there is for the week. Now trades will start entering around 11 a.m. Eastern, so that gives the market a little bit of time to calm down on a Monday, let prices settle in for any weekend action. And I've been wheeling TQQQ, and I've been pretty happy with it. I got assigned, so I do hold the shares.
At what? I'm curious.
At $54. So
Okay.
The shares are a little bit underwater, but I'm collecting a premium each week, and I'm also paying some premium for that put side protection. So that's what happens when you do get assigned. We look at this weekly cycle here. We are going to, if we do get assigned, we own the shares. And actually that's what we're going to talk about today. So that's probably a good segue. We're going to own the share. So what does it mean? We're going to talk about what it means when price expires between your strikes, share assignment, partial win, partial losses, and why assignment isn't a disaster. It's part of the design. And I emphasize that because a lot of people trading the wheel strategy will come to us and say, hey, I don't want these shares. And then we go back to them and say, why are you trading this strategy then? Because the strategy is designed for owning shares. And what your account looks like after the assignment. So what is the pin, as AI again is calling?
I don't like the name.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
It sounds derogatory.
What? Does it? What is the pins? So this is what happens when price expires between your sold and bought strikes. And you can kind of see, we're going to follow along with this example that we've been running with the past couple of weeks with SPY. So where price lands. So in our example, just as a reminder, over the past couple of weeks that we've been going through, is we were selling the 580 put and we were buying the 570 put, creating that $10 wide put credit spread on SPY. So these are the different scenarios. If we finished above 580, that's a full win. Both contracts are out of the money, expire worthless. We keep the entire premium, rinse and repeat next week. If price expires below 570, that's a full loss. Both strikes are in the money. Both contracts are in the money. And we realize a full loss. And then if we're in the middle, that is the assignment zone. So that means in this scenario, SPY ended the week. SPY expired at any price between 570 and a penny and 577 and 99 cents. 579 and 99 cents. And that's where we will get an assignment. So when we do get assigned, we will get a notification over the weekend that your broker has assigned 100 shares of SPY or whatever ticker you're wheeling to your account. Your actual cost basis is not the strike price at which you were forced to buy shares, because remember, you collected credit upon entry. So in this example, we collected $2.50 of credit up front. So that makes our effective cost basis $577.50 on the share. So let's just say SPY was at $576. You're only down $1.50 per share. You're not down $4 per share because of that credit collected. And again, right now with TQQQ, each week as we earn a net credit, that reduces my affected cost basis. So when I do eventually sell those shares for the same amount that I bought them at, I am essentially breaking even on the shares. But because my effective cost basis has been decreasing each week because I'm collecting credit, I'm actually making a profit even though I bought the shares and sold the shares at the same price. It's that credit that continues to earn you money every week with the wheel. And then when you do own shares on Monday, the bot is it's continuing to wheel. So instead of opening a new put credit spread, the bot recognizes that you have shares in your account and will open a combo spread to work towards recovering your shares at, again, the cost. So I got assigned TQQQ at $54. In this example, we get assigned 100 shares of SPY at $580. That's going to be the call strike that's sold each week. And then there's going to be a put strike that's bought. That's how you make the combo spread. So you sell a call, buy a put. We're still buying that put. The bot's still buying that put at the 10 delta for downside protection, because again, you don't want to be caught with your pants down in a naked call position, although it's really a covered call position. So again, this is probably a better visual on what the win and loss scenarios look like. So we could call it a partial win or a partial loss when we get assigned on that particular week, right? So in this case, let's say we were assigned at 580. Let's say the credit received was $2.50. We're assuming SPY closed at 578. So it's below our strike price, but because of this credit received, our cost basis gets decreased. So our market price on the shares is 578. So we're actually up 50 cents per share. Remember, one contract equals 100 shares. And in a partial loss scenario, let's assume that SPY closes at 574. Again, we get assigned at 580. We subtract 250 because that is the credit received from the trade. So our cost basis is 577.50. Market price is 574. So you might be thinking, well, we're down $6 a share because we bought at 580 and now shares are at 574. But really, we've got to adjust our cost basis for that credit received. So we are really only down $3.50 per share. And again, the bot's going to continue to sell the 580 strike. And again, like I was saying before, the tickers that we're trading, the underlying that we're trading, are typically pretty market based and generally progress up over a period of time. So that's why we're happy to trade these tickers, because there is that continuous upward bias for these tickers. And then what is your account going to look like Monday morning? And that's where we are today, and that's where we'll wrap today's session. So you're going to have 100 shares of whatever you were wheeling. So in the case of SPY, you would have had to buy 100 shares. You would have what your broker will show you as the cost for those shares would be the price that you were assigned multiplied by 100. So in this case, it would be $58,000. Again, that's why we like to trade TQQQ, because it's much cheaper. You could trade that with just about $5,000, $6,000 in your account. Again, we collected a credit of $250. That lowers our effective cost basis. So your capital tied up is $57,750. And then the bot is going to continue to wheel week after week until price expires above your call strike. And then you get your shares called away for the same price that you bought them at. And that's something that we are going to get into next week. That's selling the call at the assignment strike, buying a protective put. You're going to get a net credit or a net debit, which is different from a lot of wheel strategies. And we'll talk through the P&L of that combo spread position. But that wraps us up for this week.
Awesome. Yeah, I think just to kind of wrap on that, I love the wheel so much because it's so consistent. We've really figured out that we needed to dial in the watch list. For those of you who've been around, we used to be able to trade 150 to 200 different underlying stocks, individual stocks, which could be good, also could be really bad. And so we reeled that in, and now I kind of look at it as, again, hey, if the worst case scenario out of this trade is I get assigned 100 shares of one of my favorite stocks at a discount, I'm okay with it, because I'm going to collect rent while I own them or while I don't. And, this is certainly a longer term strategy. You can see it on the screen. Our team internally, over the years we've been trading the wheel and the different varieties of the wheel, we've averaged about a 30% annual return individually. So, and I know a lot of our traders have as well. And that's kind of our goal with the strategy, honestly. Let's beat the market. Let's get a couple extra bucks in our pocket. And then let's go have fun with the rest of the strategies, right? So, Ben, I'm thinking maybe I can give people a quick update on bot results.
Yeah.
And then we can go into economic events for this week, unless there's something else we're missing?
Nope, that works for me.
All right, cool. So I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to get into it, and we'll go from there. All right. So first, what we need to know is that King AI is still incredibly hot, guys. And we'll talk about turbo mode. It's, younger brother, I guess bigger brother. I don't know how you want to look at it. But King AI is our 1DTE Iron Condor strategy on SPX. Just to give a visual, this is what the trade looks like, okay? We're entering both a call credit spread and a put credit spread, 1DTE around 3 o'clock, 3:15 Eastern, and expiring the next day. And this is our profit zone. This profit zone is determined by our AI model that we built, ranging, grabbing anywhere between the 10 and the 30 delta for the sold strikes. All right, so this body of the Condor adjusts Ben, I always screw this up, man. Wings, legs, wings for the outside.
Yeah, it's the wings. The outside are the wings.
All right, the $10 credit spread on the outside is the wings. I get it. I just hate the name so much. Not our name, Iron Condor. Because that one I can blame on somebody else. But anyway, this is what 92% of the trades are looking like since we've turned it on. We don't really care what happens. I mean, of course we care, but no stop losses, no take profits baked in here. All right, this is what a loss would look like, but it's a defined loss. Here are the results. All right, so this was just updated yesterday, last night, today. So 66 trades. This is no longer, Ben, this is no longer like an anomaly. What's the word? This is no longer just like, oh, we might have had something for a second. This bot rocks.
Yeah.
It is very sound logic. We are
6 months. 6 months of results.
61 for 66. All right. That's a 92.4% win rate. The bot has now eclipsed a 200% return cash on cash. What do we mean when we say cash on cash? $2,000 is what's needed to trade one unit of this strategy day in and day out without missing a trade because you don't have enough cash. All right, so $2,000 is what you need because it's a $10, $1,000 on each trade, and you can be in two at the same time, but a $4,000 return. So that took $2,000 and made it into over $6,000 in the last 6 months. That's per unit. You can trade multiple units. We actually just put out a promo this past weekend to our active users to get a discount on some new units. If you're listening and you want some, just let us know. We'll probably be nice enough about it. But anyway, this bot's insane. And it gets even better, believe it or not, when we start talking about King AI Turbo Mode. This is our slightly more aggressive version that's looking for a higher delta selection. Although, Ben, that doesn't mean it won't take the same trade as King AI sometimes, if that's where the confidence level is.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen them both take the same trade at the same time.
Yep. And this has a bit more strict entry criteria, given that it's looking for a higher delta. So it'll trade, at least, Ben, it seems like it's trading less, right? It is taking a few less trades than King AI. So the best time for turbo, well, we might have to change this because now it's always, at least for me.
I still think we are going to revert back to the mean soon with this strategy. And
we'll see.
I know
I'm happy to flip back.
I know it's hard to believe right now because it's so hot, but statistically speaking, we will revert back to the mean. King AI, and maybe
here's the result.
Maybe I'm jinxing us right now, but King AI has never had 2 losses in a row. King AI Turbo has, and it has also had 3 losses in a row.
In back testing.
Yes, in back testing.
Okay, not live trades.
Not live trades, in back testing. So, statistically speaking, that's going to happen again. I mean, it's going to happen for King AI as well at some point in time.
Yeah.
Probably this week because I said it.
Yeah, dude, come on.
But I still stick to the philosophy of King AI Turbo for loss recovery, King AI let it ride.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm in the camp of probably a lot of our users, and it's a double-edged sword, you know. I've fully leaned into Turbo. And by the way, I'm only trading 1 unit of it in my accounts. 2 units still scares me. It does, because of everything you're saying. You're right. Because King AI, really quick, this is Turbo's results. Look at it, love it, all of this stuff. But King AI has had max drawdown of $1,500. I think King AI Turbo has had a max drawdown of whatever one loss was, probably $800, $900. And King AI historically, 90% win rate, right? Which it's matched since live. King AI Turbo, your point is the mean is the backtest result was actually 80%.
Close to 80%, yeah.
Right. So we're hot. We're 13.5 points dancing here. So anyway, yeah. Ben, this is wild, but I'm getting a call from my wife that I need to take here just to make sure everything's okay. So give me 1 second. I'll get it to you.
Sounds good. All right. We are going to wrap up talking about King AI and its results. My face is weird here.
I'm back.
He's back. All right. We're going to talk about economic events.
Let's do it.
And get going. Unless you had anything else you wanted to say about the King Suite.
No, it's like if you're listening and you've thought about subscribing and you have the cash and the brokerage available, okay, there's a couple things there, but really just what are you doing? All right. It's just get on board. If you have questions, ask us. Schedule time with us. We give you a discovery call, a demo call. We hold your hand. We shoot you straight. You want an AI trading bot. You can trust us. Just come and ask us. But yeah, let's talk about what's happening this week.
Cool. So like every good bot provider should, we are watching out for economic events throughout the week. And not only are we watching, our bots are watching as well. And we're building new ways for our bots to do that as time goes on, because things happen quickly, news breaks, markets move. So looking at today, there's really nothing much of note. Looking today, going into tomorrow, there is a 20-year bond auction. Max's bots will be off. We are going to keep Shorbo on, which we might have previously shut it off for, but data says trade. Data says trade over 20-year bond auctions. And it's also the first day of FOMC. So Tuesday into Wednesday, the 1DTE bots will be off. I'm talking about King AI Turbo, and King Condor. So the King Suite will be off. And that's okay. I'm fine with that because we got PPI on Wednesday morning as well. And then we've got, of course, FOMC at 2 o'clock. And at 2:30 is when Jay Powell takes the podium here to talk to us. One thing that I forgot to mention was over the weekend, and one of the reasons is it this coming weekend? It's one of these weekends. Yes, this Saturday. We've got a Fed. We got Powell. We've got a Powell speech on a Saturday. So we'll get to that in a second. I forgot if it was last weekend or this weekend. So we've got FOMC on Wednesday. Bot is going to be off from Wednesday going into Thursday as well, just for the aftermath. So we don't really need to worry too much about what's happening on Thursday morning. Then we have a bunch of things happening, but nothing to really turn the other bots off for. And then Thursday and Friday, right now, looks like smooth sailing. Provided the bots want to get in, I'm happy about Thursday into Friday. And then over the weekend, no 1DT bot, no overnight trades because of that Powell speech on Saturday, which I have not looked into what this is going to be about. Probably should know, but I will look into it. And good point, Doug. There is a war happening. So
there is a war happening.
Unknown as to the day-to-day of what's going to happen. So all that said, again, the big news this week is FOMC. We will be off for that. Other than that, yes, there is a war happening. So
it's not funny.
Trade carefully. Yeah, no, it's definitely not funny.
But sometimes
I don't know why we were laughing. If you don't laugh, you cry.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't cry on air. We got too much motion to be crying on air. All right. So, Ben, I do want to plug one more thing before we get out of here. And I think you'd agree. And that is that this time, almost. So next Tuesday, PeakBot is hosting a free webinar. And I'm calling it a training session as well, because it is. Next Tuesday, 3/24 at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. PeakBot's hosting our own Alerts Are Dead, Automate Instead webinar. You can register at peakbot.com/webinar for free. All right, it'll be hosted. You'll be brought to a StreamYard link. That's where we're going to be presenting. Come on in, join. There'll be some live giveaways, some heavily discounted promotional rate for you to get started and try out our strategies. So check it out. Register while seats are still available. Again, you got a little over a week. Peakbot.com/webinar. Alerts are dead and you know it. Okay, it's fine. We'll live. Just automate instead. All right, Ben, anything else?
No, I think that just about wraps us up. Cue the exit.
I'll do it. I'm going to keep this on screen though, because I want people to go to peakbot.com/webinar. And if you don't, that's okay. We'll remind you again on Friday at noon Eastern for our second show here on the lovely Tradier Hub, the automation station, with these guys, just Ben and I again. But we'll be live going into all of our strategies and results. Don't miss it. We will see you then. Thank you so much. We'll see you then. Take care.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.